You don't want to follow some harsh diet which you lose 10 kilos in 10 days and then the next 10 days you're going to gain it back, all right? If you want those, just Google harsh diet, lose 10 kilos in 10 days, and I'm sure you're going to find tens of them, all right? But otherwise, listen to this video. Listen, if you want to lose weight, the most important part of the weight loss is calorie deficit. What is calorie deficit anyway? So basically, it's the shortage of number of calories that you're consuming compared to the number of calories that your body needs to maintain. In other words, the difference that you create between the calories that it comes to your body and the calories that it goes out of your body, all right? But in order to calculate the calorie deficit for you, first we need to calculate your BMR. What is the BMR? So how much calories, how much energy you need to survive? Is it 1 pizza, 2 pizza, 3 pizza, 4 pizza, 5 pizza? How much is it? But I'm gonna make it easy. I'm gonna place a link in the description where you could actually calculate it yourself. It depends on your gender, height, weight, current activity level, and some other factors. You're gonna put those numbers, it's gonna give you a number, and that's the number that you need to eat in order to maintain your current weight and current basically condition, all right? But we are talking about calorie deficit, and in order to create that calorie deficit, we have two different ways, all right? Let's go with the first one. So the first one is basically to reduce the consumption, to eat less. The second option for you is to increase the activity, increase the calorie expenditure, how much you're actually burning. So by these two different ways, we are able to create that calorie deficit for your body, which is going to lead into weight loss, fat burning, all right? So today I'm gonna share with you, I'm gonna talk about fats, proteins, carbohydrates, fibers, vitamins, and all those stuff that you need to consider. But listen, you learned about the calorie deficit. That's the first important thing. The second thing that I want you to understand is also the quality of the foods, all right? That's also very important. Don't think that, all right, hey, I'm in a calorie deficit and I can eat whatever you want. Of course you can. Go ahead, eat 2 pizza, 3 pizza, 4 pizza, 5 pizza. But listen, also the quality is important. From where are you gonna get those vitamins? From where are you gonna get those fibers, all those good stuff that you need? So we're gonna cover those all right? Let's dig into it. All right, after understanding the calorie deficit and how many calories you should be consuming each day, there's a link in the description for that. Let's start by understanding what are macros and micros. Macros or macronutrients are the big picture nutrition categories such as carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Micro or micronutrients are smaller nutritional categories such as vitamins and minerals. Today, we focus on macros because we want to keep things simple. Let's start by protein. Main sources are meat, chicken, turkey, eggs, seafood, tofu, and many others. Protein is the most important nutrient for weight loss, and let me tell you why. A high protein diet boosts your metabolism, reduces your appetite, and changes several weight regulating hormones. For example, protein reduces levels of hunger hormone, ghrelin. Also, the thermic effect of protein is higher than carbohydrates or fats. This means that body burns more energy to digest and break down proteins. Almost 30% of calories from the protein is used by body to digest the food. That means 100 calories of protein ends up only with 70 usable calories, and that's great when your goal is to lose weight and burn fat. I always like to include different varieties of protein sources from both vegetarian and non-vegetarian options to my diet so that I can get variety of benefits from each of those. And if you're wondering how much protein per day you should take to lose weight, aim for 25 to 30% of your total calorie intake from protein. Now let's talk about carbohydrates because they are one of the main sources of energy for our bodies. They are the sugars, starches, and dietary fiber that are mostly plant food but also found in dairy products as a sugar called lactose.
Recommended amount of carb intake is 40 to 45% of your total daily calorie intake. One thing that I highly recommend when it comes to carbohydrates is paying attention to the quality and how processed they are. Whenever you go shopping, whole grain or multigrain should be your choice. Rice, pasta, bread, and flour are the items that you should really pay a lot of attention to. Avoid buying white, highly processed, as they are very poor in fiber. Remember, having a high fiber diet is what you want when it comes to weight loss. Now talking about fibers, veggies are going to be your new best friends. Eat a lot of vegetables with every meal as well as snacks. High fiber in veggies have lots of benefits such as lowering cholesterol levels, maintaining bowel health, and of course helps achieving healthy weight because veggies consist relatively low calories, so you can have bigger volumes and feel satisfied for a longer time. Regardless of what meal I'm having, half of my portion should be salad and veggies. Now let's talk about fats. Honestly, I totally had the wrong idea about fats before. I always thought fats are bad for you and they make you fat, but I was so wrong. Good fats, which are monounsaturated fats, are super beneficial for us. Good fats reduce cholesterol, prevent risk of cancer, boost weight loss, and prevent heart disease. So start using olive oil, sesame oil, coconut oil, avocados, and nuts. But watch your fat intake. Each fat gram is 9 calories, so 2 times more than calories from protein and carbohydrates. A good amount would be anything between 25 to 30% of your total calorie intake. Alright, now that we have covered macronutrients, proteins, fats, and carbs, let's go through a few other helpful tips that makes your diet successful. How you cook your food can be really a game changer. For example, baking in the oven does not require all the fat and oil that frying requires, and your food is not soaking in fat while it cooks. I always add a bit of olive oil to my food and then bake it in the oven. Also nowadays you can buy a very good quality non-stick pans which do not require oil for frying, so you can use those as well. Also a lot of items could be cooked with water or steam, so how you prepare the food honestly is a game changer. Of course, every now and then it's totally fine to deep fry your favorite food if you enjoy it, but let's just make sure that we limit that to special occasions only. Food topping. Watch how you garnish your food. A salad bowl could be very low in calorie but easily turn into a high calorie bowl if you do not pay attention to the toppings and dressings that you use. Garnishing and toppings are typically high in fat and sugar. Here is a good approach that I use myself. If my meal is high in carbohydrates, then I garnish it with a very low calorie items such as herbs and spices. If my meal is packed with vegetables and it is relatively low in calorie, then I garnish it with chopped nuts and seeds. My all-time favorite dressing for salad is a drizzle of olive oil, squeeze of fresh lime, salt and pepper. That's it, and it's delicious. The next tip that I want to share with you is about the magical drink. Could you guess it? It's water. Drink plenty of water. It's recommended that you drink 8 glasses per day. In addition to all the great benefits that drinking water has, it helps our stomach to feel fuller, suppress the appetite, therefore eating less, especially when you drink water before eating your meals. And the last tip that I want to share with you today is stick to the magic number 3. This has had the most effect in my own weight loss. That's why I want to share it with you. Eating regularly every 3 hours was a game changer for me. Even though the most important thing in your nutrition for losing weight is your total calorie intake and making sure you're in a calorie deficit, but it's amazing to see how your body responds when you eat every 3 hours. This has helped me maintain good energy level throughout my day, but also to control my nutrition, avoid binge eating later in the evening because I've not starved myself the whole day. I hope you found this useful. I would love to ask your opinion about my future nutrition videos. Leave a comment below and let me know what are the topics related to the nutrition and diet that you want me to cover in my next video. Thank you once again. Remember to subscribe, to enjoy my weekly content. Peace out.